interrupting today's video to give a massive thank you to today's sponsor, UK Driving Theory. UK Driving Theory is the best service to study and prepare for your driving test. Trusted by over 900,000 customers in the UK, it contains everything you need to get ready to make sure you pass your test first try. All of the content is licensed by the DVSA, latest revision questions and answers for the driving theory test, all in one place. UKDrivingTheory.co.uk contains practice mock tests, hazard perception clips, exams, road signs, latest highway codes, and is suitable for car drivers, motorcyclists, LGV and PCV drivers, and ADI trainees. This can be used on a desktop, laptop, tablet or mobile, so you can practice wherever you like. Again, massive thank you to the guys at UK Driving Theory for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to the action. So guys, welcome back to the channel today. We have a B Road and an M2 competition on our hands. So excited to finally drive one of these cars. Massive thank you again to Colossal Giveaways for the opportunity of taking this monster of a car out today. We're going to find some B roads, but initially we're going to go out for a first drive just to, you know, gauge our interest and excitement in this car, and then we're going to take it back and remap it, because from the factory these are what, 404 horsepower. With a remap we should be seeing some serious power gains today. Now, if you know what the M2 competition is, you know what you're talking about with the M cars. This is probably the best reincarnation of the M3 since the M3 came out. The newer generation cars, I've driven most of them. The M2 is the smallest, tightest version, and this one, of course, shares the M4 twin turbo engine. A small platform with that insane engine and over 400 horsepower from the factory is mind-blowing stuff. So instant torque from that twin turbo engine as well. Really harping back to the old school days of the M car. Inside, lovely and comfortable. You know, it's typical new BMW. I've got it in M1 mode today while we warm those rear tyres up, because of course that M2 mode does turn pretty much everything off. It still wants to squirrel out from the back end. It still wants to fight you when you go around a corner. Typical M car stuff. These are impressive from the factory. Obviously the competition means that it is a bit stiffer in the body shell from the factory. Oh, this thing is really impressive. Very impressive. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut this short straight away. We're going to go back to the Colossal Giveaways HQ. We're going to pump some more power into this car. We're going to see what it's like with what, 100 horsepower, 90 horsepower, 80 horsepower more, because from the factory, in my opinion, these are slightly dialed down a little bit. So we're going to dial it up. We're going to give it some more juice. Come back, see what the butt dyno's saying, because the butt dyno in a car like this is what it's all about. Squirreling around and just enjoying yourself.
Just feel the music that we play.
So we're back in the M2 after the guys at Motortech have come down and put their stage 1 plus map on this car. So it's gone from 410 horsepower up to just over 500. Obviously a dyno will prove those numbers, but that's the general ballpark that we're up to at the moment. It's gone from 550 newton meters up to 720. That shows how much these cars are in theory doled down. So we are going to find some open roads, go and enjoy this thing. We'll put it in the M2 setting, because M1 of course takes all of the traction control off. Although I love, you know, pressing buttons and going fast in cars, we are on the road. We are going to still be conservative with someone else's car at the end of the day, because this is still, of course, not my car. M1 mode. Select a sports mode as well, I think. If we go back over into sport. Right, straight road. Wow, wow, that's insane. Shows how these are dulled down from the factory, like, but not dulled down. Oh yeah, the Newton meters is well up there now. Again, if you want to go and do this to your M4, whoa. We're doing the national speed limit and the traction control light is flashing at me like crazy. Wow. Yeah, huge difference, of course, if you do have an M2 or an M4, you know, or something that runs this engine, you could get the same power increases incredibly easy. Let's select third gear. I wish you could see the actual traction control light. It's going insane right now at any speed. If you're into your M cars, you'll know that this is the right thing to do. It does open up a world of insanity in these M cars. These twin turbo 3-litre engines are actually phenomenal. Some guys out there would even say it's the new generation of the 2J. I'm not saying that's true, but just from a remap, and we're short shifting. That is really impressive. The way it climbs speed, 40 mile an hour, national speed limit. It's like 20 mile an hour, click of your fingers, done. Wow, that is impressive. So yeah, really happy that I got a chance to actually take this out prior. Wow, when it jumps into third, that third gear, second into third gear, so let's just pick second, 4,000 RPM, into third. Yeah, that's the gear, that's where you want this car to be. Obviously first and into second, it will spin up. Second into third though, that is where the power is really coming in. Although, you know, I've got some good tyres on this, it is a very, very sunny, lovely day and it's incredibly warm. We're still showing traction control light at believed to be motorway speeds. That is absolute insanity. Oh yeah, you have to be on it now. That rear end is like, nah, trying to overtake the front at every possible touch of that throttle. Oh, that is impressive. Hugely impressive to see the difference here. Of course, if we could jump on a dyno, I would. But if you guys are out there and you've got an M4 and M2, a Stage 1 Plus remap is definitely the way to go. We've featured a few M cars on the channel before. This one is definitely up there with one of the best. The small, tight chassis on these M2 comps is, yeah, really, really impressive, especially if you throw a little bit more power for it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you again to Colossal Giveaways for giving me this car for the last couple of hours and doing a little cheeky remap on it. Also, shout out to Mertech for coming down and remapping this thing today. Huge power increases. No turbochargers have been changed, nothing else, no hardware, no air filters, nothing. And you saw basically 100 horsepower increase and an insane amount of torque increase. Really, really impressive. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all as I select second gear on the next one.